Over the weekend, Professor Herman Manyora, my senior, opined through his popular YouTube channel that the person who will deputize Raila Odinga in 2022 is Moses Kuria. I was shocked. I don't think Moses Kuria can be Raila Odinga's running mate in 2022. According to Professor Manyora, Moses Kuria will become Raila Odinga's running mate through an accident.
All the time, accidents produce leaders. And I'm seeing another accident producing Raila's running mate. I am going no further than the Hustler Nation. The Hustler Nation was created by William Samoei Ruto. A very, very clever move. Because the moment the handshake happened, he knew he was finished. He therefore knew to save himself, to save his bid for the presidency, he had to craft something. And quickly he crafted the hustler narrative. He went to the people, knowing the state in which people are, knowing the economic stress that is bedeviling this country. He will easily resonate and work with the people when he gave them some kind of hope. So the Hustler Nation has grown from strength to strength. It is so overpowering that those in the handshake must do something to curtail it, or they should forget about 2022. Yet the same hustler created by William Samoei Ruto is accidentally going to produce Raila's deputy. The man is Moses Kuria. Moses Kuria is the accident in the Hustler Nation.
I want to take this opportunity to ask Professor Herman Manyora to allow me disagree with him respectfully. Because I know for sure his shoes are too big for me to put on. But at least I can tie the shoelace for him. So in this video today, I want to try and disagree with Manyora's take that Moses Kuria will be Raila Odinga's running mate in 2022. I want to give you the reasons why I strongly believe Moses Kuria cannot be Raila Odinga's running mate in 2022. But before you do that, if you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two and click the subscribe button. And for those who have not watched Herman Manyora's video, I want to ask you guys to go and watch that video first, then come back. And also remember to subscribe on his YouTube channel too. Now let us get back to business. Over the weekend, Herman Manyora, Professor Herman Manyora, opined that Moses Kuria will be Raila Odinga's running mate in 2022. And it will be by accident. And he gave examples of products of accidents. Obama, Tony Blair, Moi. And there are several other cases. In ODM, for example, the current chairman, John Mbadi, is a product of an accident. And today, he's the chairperson of the biggest political party in Kenya. I know you can mention several other products of accidents because accidents do happen in politics. And that, I agree with Professor Herman Manyora. But Moses Kuria's accident is not going to happen. Again, I've always opined, just like Herman Manyora opined in his video, that Moses Kuria is one of the smartest politicians we have in this country. I've always maintained that on this particular platform. But I doubt if in 2022, Moses Kuria can qualify to be Raila Odinga's running mate. Remember, in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Everything is normally planned to achieve certain political objectives. At one point, Moses Kuria told Kenyans that the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto and Raila Odinga were likely to work together in 2022. which means I don't rule out the possibility of William Ruto working together with Raila Odinga in 2022. I also don't rule out the possibility of Moses Kuria joining Raila Amolo Odinga in 2022. But I doubt if Moses Kuria can actually become Raila Odinga's running mate in 2022. I want to be very brief today, and I want to go straight to the points. The first reason why Moses Kuria cannot be Raila Odinga's running mate in 2022 is what I call President Uhuru Kenyatta's factor. Uhuru Kenyatta is the current president of the Republic of Kenya. He comes from Gatundu South. His term is coming to an end. And one thing which I've always questioned is whether Moses Kuria is President Uhuru Kenyatta's Trojan horse in William Ruto's camp. But remember, as we speak today, President Uhuru Kenyatta is pulling to the south. Moses Kuria is pulling to the north. And after what happened in Georgia, where the president was humiliated, and what is likely to happen again in Kiambaa, where the president is again likely to be humiliated, or even if he's not going to be humiliated, he's going to find it rough there. I don't think the president can allow Moses Kuria to be Raila Odinga's running mate. I'm saying this because Raila Odinga is going to run in 2022. And his hope is that the president is going to support him. In fact, the main reason why Raila Odinga is compromising on so many things is because he's anticipating the president's support. And if the president is going to support him, the chance of the president determining who becomes Raila Odinga's running mate in 2022 is going to be very high. And I doubt if the president can allow Moses Kuria to be that person. Because of the relationship between the president and Moses Kuria, it will not happen, Professor. It will not happen unless the president and Raila Odinga are going to pull towards different direction, which I'm not seeing happening now. The president and Raila are currently tied, and they're going to be tied like this until the next election. If the president is not going to support Raila Odinga is not going to run. It's that simple. Number two, I think Moses Kuria will also not be Raila Odinga's running mate because Moses Kuria is ambitious. If Moses Kuria were not ambitious, the truth of the matter is that he would be supporting President Uhuru Kenyatta. So he wanted space to operate as Moses Kuria, which he has actually achieved. Raila Odinga is an old man, and Raila Odinga has people around him. And even the president is likely to support Raila Odinga based on his age. They are looking beyond Raila Amolo Odinga. In fact, when David Murathe talked of Mandela's moment, basically what they mean is that Raila Odinga is only going to serve for one term. So basically it means, therefore, that Raila Odinga is going to be a one-term president who is just going to allow for a transition. If the president wanted Gideon Moi to become the president and the condition is not conducive for Gideon Moi to become president in 2022, then Raila Odinga comes into play. And that's why today I was reading in the dailies that there's a major fallout within the One Kenya movement or One Kenya alliance. Even around Raila Odinga, there are so many people who are waiting to succeed Raila. Do you think Hassan Joho, who has been with Raila Odinga for this long, or even Wycliffe Oparanya, who's been with Raila Odinga for this long, can accept or allow Moses Kuria to come from nowhere to be Raila Odinga's running mate? Because they know if Moses Kuria becomes Raila Odinga's running mate in 2022, they're going to have problems because most of these guys are still young, so they'll be comfortable with Raila Odinga becoming the president in 2022. But their calculation is post-2022. Even Ruto. Do you think Ruto can allow Moses Kuria to be Raila Odinga's running mate? He knows so well that if Raila Odinga were to get the support from the larger Mount Kenya region, let's say through Moses Kuria, then Raila Odinga is likely to become the president. And with Moses Kuria as the running mate and his ambitions, it means in 2022, nobody is going to remove him as the leader or as the undisputed leader of the larger Mount Kenya region. Because of that, his ambition, every other person within the political circles will work hard to ensure Moses Kuria is nowhere near Raila Odinga's running mate. The third factor is what I call William Ruto factor. Moses Kuria is currently very popular in the larger Mount Kenya region. In fact, even Ruto himself is trying to tame him because of his popularity. His party has been winning and winning. But let me ask you a question. Today, if you remove Ruto from Moses Kuria, let's say today, Moses Kuria just makes an announcement that is no longer part of Tanga Tanga, that is going alone. What do you think will remain of Moses Kuria? Moses Kuria is popular in the larger Mount Kenya region because of Ruto. Ruto is popular in the larger Mount Kenya region because of Uhuru. Uhuru is unpopular in the larger Mount Kenya region because of Raila. So you get how it's moving. So it means if Uhuru stops working with Raila, then he's likely to gain his popularity. You remove Moses Kuria from Ruto, currently you just say Ruto out, Moses Kuria in. As long as Uhuru is still with Raila, Ruto will still control central Kenya. And Moses Kuria would not want a situation where he doesn't feel like he's the guy. And again, still on Ruto's factor, if you look at politics the way it is, it's about interest. Where do you think Moses Kuria's interest can be served immediately? If Moses Kuria were to be Raila Odinga's running mate, and if you were to give Moses Kuria a choice of being Raila Odinga's running mate and being William Ruto's running mate, where do you think he would go? William Ruto. Why? He believes that he's closer to Ruto than to Raila Odinga. If Moses Kuria were to come to Raila Odinga's side, it means he will have to make new friends. He will have to work hard to gain trust of those around Raila Odinga. But for Ruto, he's been with him. In fact, Ruto has been trying so hard not to lose Moses Kuria. And again, in William Ruto's side, he believes that he can easily become the running mate. Ruto will serve 2 terms. Within 10 years, he shall have prepared himself to succeed because Kenyans shall have forgotten about President Uhuru Kenyatta's presidency. So he will be ready for the presidency after that. So again, based on that, I don't see him being Raila Odinga's running mate. The third factor is the Murang'a factor. Moses Kuria comes from Kiambu. President Uhuru Kenyatta comes from Kiambu. Again, Moses Kuria comes from Gatundu. President Uhuru Kenyatta comes from Gatundu. Mzee Jomo Kenyatta also comes from Gatundu. In the larger Mount Kenya region, there's already the East trying to chart their own political path. But again, on this side, there's the Murang'a factor. They are saying, you guys have led for long. It's now Murang'a's time. So basically, if Moses Kuria were to join Raila Odinga, then it means someone from Murang'a might actually emerge. But remember, Murang'a is where the money is when it comes to central Kenya. Don't be cheated. The person who is going to be Raila Odinga's running mate will be someone who will be able to fundraise, will be someone who will be able to bring the numbers. If Raila Odinga were to get a running mate from the larger Mount Kenya region, rest assured that that person is likely to be from Murang'a. Because already Murang'a people and the tycoons there are already pushing Raila Odinga towards that direction. So I don't think the tycoons from Murang'a, the guys who fundraise for Uhuru Kenyatta, will again support Moses Kuria. And that's my take. Professor, I want to challenge you. Can you explain to me in a very simple term, Raila Odinga and Moses Kuria ticket, how it will perform against William Samoei Ruto, probably in your next video. Thank you guys. And if you are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Again, subscribe to my channel. You can also go to Herman Manyora's channel and also subscribe there. Thank you and may you have a good day.